I gotta clear my throat real quick.
Hello, this is your captain speaking. We're back with more Kerbal space program, and here I have come up with an ingenious launch platform. Oh no, why is it already losing control? I just launched it. This lack of SAS is bugging me. Anyway, since the last video, a lot has happened. I got a contract for one of those, the rocket engine with the fuel tank already built into it. This right here, the LFB KR-1X2. I launched that thing. I got $100,000 in advance for it. I launched it and got into orbit and did a test on it, and that got me a whole $500,000. So that made it able for me to be able to upgrade pretty much everything except for like spaceplane stuff, because we're not really using that right now. And the VAB, because that's too expensive to upgrade, because that's like it's like $1 million Kerb dollars, or Kerbits, my brother-in-law suggested to me as the name of the currency. So this is a launch platform I came up with while messing around in sandbox mode. Basically, I'm just using jet engines to get myself high enough into the air, as high as I can get with these things without them burning out, which is a bit risky. You just kind of have to pay attention to which one is being choked into air first, which it seems to be this one, which is okay. So I just have to keep track of that, and once it gets low enough, like once it really starts to drain the, what it says electric charge down here, I think that's just the amount of air that's actually coming to it. I don't really understand how jet engines work in real life. Oh, see, I'm losing control there. So I'm gonna detach that one. Look at it spin around like crazy back there. It needs to calm the hell down. It needs to be a productive member of space society. But yeah, I got up to a pretty reasonable amount of speed with that thing, and looking to get myself nice and suborbital with this. Check my map here. I've accepted a buttload of new contracts. The first one I'm doing is trying to get this satellite into orbit here. Which, that's a pretty wide orbit, but this thing tested really, really well while I was testing it in sandbox mode. So I'm just going to fast forward to the top of my trajectory here. Oh no, okay. I'm all spun around, facing the completely wrong direction. I gotta be careful, because I don't want to overshoot and then end up having to waste so much time repairing to where I fall in my orbit. So I'm gonna try and get myself into actual orbit here, which this thing has tons of fuel left because it barely used any fuel when it was going up using the jet engines. That's an awesome way to get up. I'm really glad I thought of that. It's probably been done a billion times before by people much smarter than me, but I'm pretty proud of it, damn it, so don't step on my parade, or whatever kind of colloquialism you want to use for that. Or Kerbloquialism, as I came up with the other night, because I'm an idiot. So now I'm in a pretty stable orbit here. It might be a bit low, actually. Losing control. Hold on. I gotta go up more. Okay, now I'm just above the atmosphere. The atmosphere ends at about 69,000 meters, which I guess makes sense. Cool. So I'm now in stable orbit, and I have a ton of fuel left, and I have solar panels now, so I can keep a satellite alive in space. Awesome. I'm gonna get myself up to that orbit right there. Should be easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Haha. Just gonna do the burn, I guess. Woo! Alright, cool, so I got myself to my Apo apps, which is relatively close to where it needs to be. I don't know how accurate it needs to be with the actual orbit, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together as a team. Just you and I and the 3 other people watching us. Actually, so I was meant to put out a video way earlier this week, but I got way caught up working on my Christmas video, which I'm gonna leave an annotation to, because holy crap, I put like 40 hours into that bitch. It's not a bitch, I shouldn't call it a bitch. I put a loving labor into that piece of work, and I'm super proud of it. Like, I didn't think it would be as well received as it would, but it got 500 views on Christmas Day, which is incredible. That's a lot of people. Oh wait, did I just get it? I completed the contract! Yeah! I didn't even have to get that close. Alright, that's $58,000 I just got right there. Cool, I'm just gonna leave this in orbit. What did I name it? Oh yes, I named it Butnik. So the first satellite to successfully orbit Kerbin is now called Butnik, and now it's spinning out of control. But fuck it, it's up in orbit. Who cares? It'll be fine. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna start my next mission. Let's go. Alright, so here we are with the Sinatra 1. That last launch worked really, really well with that jet build that I've got going here. I'm trying to get this to go to at least fly by the moon. Yeah, that's why I named it the Sinatra 1, like Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon. You know, you got the joke. Wasn't that cerebral? If you don't know who Frank Sinatra is, do a Google search or a YouTube search. Learn yourself on some good music, because, damn. I used to do old Kerbal streams back before, like 6 months ago. Back before I knew streaming music on Twitch wasn't allowed, so I used to play Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin while I would fly through space. Like, come fly with me, and those kinds of things. Great songs, all great songs. Anyway, this is, I could have sent my main pilot, Shepfred, who is magically still alive. I've lost 2 Kerbals since the last episode, by the way. He wasn't one of them. Thank Jeebus that he wasn't one of them. But I'm sending my scientist, Bart Fry, instead, who hopefully will bring back a bunch of science for us. I've got science modules on this thing, and I'm hoping that I slightly increased amount of fuel in the main state, in the rocket stage, will be able to get me all the way up to the moon, so I can bring back just a ton of science. That would be fantastic. I'd be super happy if that happened. So I just got to do the same thing I did in the last launch. Just watch my my energy flow for whatever that stands for. Anyway, I'm losing it right there. Oh! Oh, fuck. I fucked up the separation. It was fine before. I just wasted a ton of money on that shit. That was like 20,000. Whoops. It's like the slow fall of shame. This is horrible. But at least I can safely say that Bart Fry Kerbal Kerman survived this fight. And we're going to try that again, because I'm sorry, I fucked up the staging. Alright, so that launch cost us about 18,000, which isn't that bad. As you can see, we have a surplus of money right now. And if I complete some of my contracts to go to the moon, or at least orbit the moon, I will be, I'll be positive, I'll be flush with Kerbal cash. So I'm going to fast forward and try and get myself suborbital again. Alright. I've got Shepfred Kerman piloting this time because I figure it'd probably be safer if I had an actual pilot Kerbal flying this thing, this untested craft. I'll have to send a science Kerbal to the moon on a later mission. I'd just rather not risk that right now. And Shepfred has SAS control, which is awesome. I wonder why one of the engines consistently burns out like way before the other ones. Is there any factor contributing that I don't know about? If you know, tell me in the comments. That'd be really useful. Alright, so I got myself in orbit, and I'm pretty close to Rich B. Kerman over here, who's stuck away from me. I could try and maybe go make a run to go and save him, but I don't want to really risk that on this moon mission with a bunch of science equipment. I don't want to have 3 pretty expensive launches go to waste, or like 2, and then the moon mission. I'd rather just do 1 failed launch and then the moon mission. So yeah, I'm safely in orbit now. The Sinatra 1 is safely in orbit. I'm gonna try and get, oh hey, there's my satellite, Butnick. I'm so proud of you. You made it all the way into orbit. Good job, buddy. Alright, I am going to try and get this bitch to the moon. So I've got maneuver nodes now, and that's magical. So hard to play this game without maneuver nodes. I have no idea how anyone could do it, but people can do it apparently. Apparently there are people who have made it to Elu without maneuver nodes. That's crazy. That's insane. I am not an intelligent enough person to be able to do that. So, bravo to people who can. That's, wow. Cool, so I set my maneuver node so I have an intercept with. I'm gonna try to do the burn, so I'll accelerate a little bit, accelerate time, and then I'll do my burn right here. A little bit late I started. You want to start like halfway through the amount of time on the estimated burn. See, it dropped right away from like 54 to 20-something seconds. Awesome. I'm going to the moon. Yo. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm actually really excited because tomorrow I'm getting on a plane and going to Hawaii. It's going to be awesome. Leaving the cold, frostbud plains that is the state I live in now to go to nice, warm, sunny, beautiful Hawaii. I want to get myself as close as I can on this intercept here. Hold on. 19,000? Hope that doesn't collide, but that should be close enough to the moon's surface. Awesome. I have enough fuel to hopefully get me back. I'm going to do a flyby, and then I'm going to try and return to Kerbin. I have myself on escape right now if I go too That's kind of... Okay, so with the way I have an encounter set with the moon at the moment, as you can see here, it's going to send me escaping from the Kerbal system, which I don't want to do. I don't want to lose my best pilot right now, because, well, all the main pilots are dead, because I killed him, because I'm an idiot. Alright, send this guy up here. What does it look like in the camera view? There's the moon, I'm approaching it nice and fast here. Okay, I don't want to fuck this up and overshoot and have it lag once I hit the physics point here. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is a close encounter with the moon. That is impressive. Alright. So, let's see where I am now. Right close over the surface here. Alright, I guess I'll start returning some science. Great. I'm observation wall near the moon. That's 18 science if I can recover that. That's awesome. Alright, I'm going to do a crew report. Oh, here's some magic for you. I could do EVA reports right now. Isn't that crazy? I can get out, fly around my ship. I only have a certain amount of fuel, but a small amount of fuel. 5 units of RCS, but that should be enough for me to do some pretty relevant science out here, like the one thing I can do. Plus 14 science. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Alright, I guess... what does the contract call for? What does the contract want me to do? Contract. Achieve orbit around the moon. It wants me to do that, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to fast forward myself to the Apple apps here. Or the Perry apps. I'm sorry, I should say. I've got to get myself nice and turned around here, and then I'm going to do the burn to get myself into orbit around the moon. There we go. I don't want to burn through the very last of my fuel, which I might be doing here. I gotta get myself into orbit, though. It's critical. Okay. Or I'm in orbit. Great. Woo! We made it, guys. We made it to orbit around the moon. That's incredible. That's awesome. Alright. I'm gonna burn my materials bay here. What did I get from this? In space near the moon? Alright, cool. I'm gonna hop out. EVA again. This thing's spinning. Oh, I should have paused it or like made it stop spinning before I got out. Oh well. Let's get back in the ship. Hopefully that doesn't override the other one, because it is a different observation. Shit! No! Oh no! Okay. Yes, okay, I got myself boarded. I thought I was gonna have to pull out my montage music and everything for me to get back in there, but no. Turns out we're cool. I figured it out. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself back to Kerbal now. So I'm gonna go into the map view again. I'm going to extend my orbit. Cool. That's a bit high. Is there anything I can do to fix this without burning through the very last of my fuel? Alright, after fiddling around with maneuver nodes for a couple minutes there, I'm just gonna learn to kind of trust this, I guess. So I'm gonna go a little bit further away from the moon here. This should be far enough away to get a high above the moon observation. Chef Fred just could not stay inside his pod, which is fine. He's an adventurous little fellow, I understand. But sometimes he just needs to calm himself a little bit, because it's annoying. I don't appreciate that kind of attitude in space travel, because it's risky and dangerous. You can't afford to be making those kinds of maneuvers. So now the ship has stopped moving. I got it to stop spinning, so I'll have an easier time getting back in. I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna pick up all the science from these things. Because I'm gonna jettison that stage. I'm not bringing that back to Kerbal with me. I don't care if it'll save money. It will save lives if I don't bring it back. Alright, cool. Science is collected. Let's go back to... I hate that. He like tries to grab onto it, and then he just decides to kung fu kick the pod, so then I go flying off into space. That's how gravity happens. Who's the guy in that movie? The really, really good-looking guy that everybody likes. I can't think of his name. If you know who acted in that movie, go on IMDb that shit and comment about it, I guess. I could probably just IMDb it, but I appreciate the comments, so... I got some really nice comments on my Christmas party video. On my Christmas video. Like, the best comments I've ever got. They got like 50 likes on the video, too. That's freaking awesome. Anyway. Now that I am on the farthest point of my orbit here, I'm going to try and burn myself and bring myself back down to Kerbal with the fuel I have. I'm pretty sure I can get there with the fuel I have. So let's try this shit out, I guess. Alright. Just doing a slight burn here. Gonna go back to the ship, make sure everything's good, nothing's falling apart, because that has happened before. My ships have spontaneously blown into a million tiny pieces and been jettisoned through the cosmos at what I'm pretty sure is the Kerbal equivalent to light speed before. I'm pretty sure that's actually happened in this game. A satellite piece just kind of flew off and is on like escape trajectory from Kerbal. I don't understand how that happened, but it just did. Anyway, bring myself nice and low. Gotta stop burning. 58 kilometers from the surface, 16 kilometers. Gonna bring myself down nice and low. Awesome. I still have enough fuel to maybe bring this thing down with the bottom stage. Keep that all intact. That might be a risky thing because then I'll fall over and maybe crash the probe into the ground. Although the probe is probably the strongest part of the ship. But I'm going to try and do that in the name of saving money. Because this is a greedy-ass space program. And we're way more well-funded than NASA. Almost fucked up. But cool. I'm coming back over Kerbin, which is seeming to have some you know, weird graphical problems right now. That's peculiar. I wonder why that's happening. Alright. Oh, didn't mean to burn. Don't want to waste fuel. I'm using the last of that fuel to bring myself down. So I won't destroy the whole rocket. Alright, cool. We're now re-entering. Oh, there's the space station! We're coming down, like, right next to the space station. That's awesome. Do you think we'll land on, Kerb, Hawaii? I'll be on Earth, Hawaii tomorrow. I'm super excited. My coworkers are mad at me, which is good, because I want them to be mad at me, because I'm going to be drinking the fruitiest possible drinks on the beach in Hawaii, while they're all slaving away in the negative billion temperature up here. Haha. I might have to up the contrast on this part of the video so you guys can see that shit, because dang, it got dark. Aren't these re-entry effects beautiful, though? I really like the way those things look. Alright. Coming down, we're at 14 kilometers now. I'm just going to time excel until I get closer to the ground, I guess. Because you guys don't want to see this shit. Is that something? No. It's just an effect in the water. I thought there was something under the ocean there. Might be worth investigating. I know there's a smiley face somewhere in the ocean on Kerbin. Isn't that funny? I like when developers have sense of humor like that. Alright, cool. Now, deploying my main chute. Let's hope the rocket doesn't rip in half. I did reclaim all the science from these things, so it's all in the pod with Shep Fred. So that should be fine. Alright, we're at 800 meters, 600, 500. Parachute deployed, nice and safely. Awesome. Moving at 13 meters per second, which is a bit fast, but gonna time excel for when I get closer to the water. Okay, 100 meters away, 80, 70, 60, 50. Descending. I'm gonna do a quick burn here. Not too much. Well, couldn't save the parts of the craft, but yes! Landing successful, mission successful. We're back on Kerbin. Let's see how much science I got from... I didn't recover the vessel. I clicked the wrong thing and I didn't recover the vessel, but that's fine. I could just go to my improved vehicle tracking station and fucking grab this stuff. There's the debris. Pick that up. Or my mouse is doing some weird things today. It's like bugging all over the screen. Maybe I think it's something wrong with my mouse pad. It might have some reflective stuff on it, I don't know. And recovering the vessel. See how much science I got from this shit. Oh my god! That's awesome! I now have got 132 science from that mission. That's incredible. And I got some more science from the contract, which is awesome. Chef Fred Kerman gained 3 EXP from that mission. I wonder what level that puts him at now. Ah. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll join me in the next episode. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting on these videos. This is your captain signing off. Bye.